I made my mom homeless, and I don't regret it. My mom was the kind of grandma every kid deserves. She was patient and warm, the type who remembered every little thing and made you feel like the most important person in the world. My daughter Lily was obsessed with her. She called her best friend grandma and copied everything she did, from her nail color to the way she hummed while she was cooking. When my stepdad died suddenly, my mom fell apart. They had 40 years together, and she just couldn't live in that house anymore without him. She sold it and asked to move in with us, and I didn't even hesitate. She raised me alone before she met my stepdad, so she understood my life as a single mom. It was my turn to be there for her, and for a while, it was perfect. Mom was healing, Lily was glowing, and I finally felt like I wasn't doing this alone. Then things started to change. At first, it was stuff that made sense with grief. Mom would zone out in the middle of conversations. She lost weight even though I watched her eat dinner every night. Some days she was fine, and other days she would snap at me over nothing and then apologize an hour later like nothing happened. I told myself it was grief. Losing my dad was the hardest thing she'd ever been through, and everyone processes pain differently. I wanted to give her grace, but then I found something I would have never expected. I was putting away laundry in her room, and I found a shoebox in her closet filled with prescription bottles. There had to be at least 15 of them, all from different doctors. Painkillers, anxiety meds, sleeping pills. Way more than any one doctor would ever prescribe to a single person. That night, I sat her down and I was gentle about it. I told her I wasn't mad and I just wanted to help her. I offered to pay for rehab, whatever program she wanted. I told her we would get through this together. She absolutely lost it. She started screaming at me, calling me ungrateful and selfish. She said I had no idea what it was like to lose my soulmate and that I had no right to judge her. It was like talking to a stranger. The next morning, I hired a babysitter. Before, my mom would watch over Lily while I was at work. I wasn't going to let her watch Lily alone anymore, not until she got help. When my mom asked why, I told her the truth. I said I loved her, but I couldn't trust her around my daughter until she was clean. A few days later, she came to me crying and apologizing. She said she knew she had a problem and she promised she was going to get better. She begged me not to give up on her. I wanted to believe her so badly. This was still my mom, the strong woman who raised me, the woman my daughter adored. So I gave her another chance, but I set boundaries. I moved her stuff down to the basement guest room to create some distance, and I kept the babysitter. Then last week, I found a spoon and a lighter hidden in her nightstand drawer. My heart sank because I knew what that meant. It wasn't just pills anymore. She had moved on to something worse, and she had been hiding it from me this whole time. I confronted her that night, and I didn't hold back. I told her she had one choice. She was going to rehab tomorrow morning, or she was out of my house. No more chances, no more excuses. She broke down sobbing and agreed to everything. She said she would go, and she was sorry, and she just needed one more night to say goodbye to the house. She hugged me and told me she loved me. I went to bed that night thinking we had finally turned a corner. I thought the nightmare was almost over, but then I woke up around 2 in the morning and something felt wrong. I can't explain it, but my whole body was telling me to get up. I went to check on Lily. Her bed was empty. I told myself she probably went to get water or use the bathroom, but when I checked, she wasn't there either. I started calling her name and nobody answered. Then I noticed the basement door was open. I ran down the stairs and what I saw made my whole body go cold. My mom was sitting on the bed with Lily on her lap. Lily's eyes were half closed like she could barely stay awake, and my mom was holding her arm out straight with a needle inches away from her skin. I screamed and grabbed Lily out of her arms. I asked her what the hell she was doing. My mom looked up at me with empty eyes and said, "If I have to suffer, so does she." I said, "Rehab or you're done." She told me I was overreacting, so I kicked her out.